wanted to take a walk out and look at the butternut squash that have been growing outside the perimeter of all the fences. I guess the vines just crept through and fruited along the pathway. These aren't the only two, they're all over the place. It was a good year for butternut squash this year. I've been watching this one all year too. The king of the archway. My baseball cap is full of little green tomatoes, a few red ones, and a few that are ripening. And we've packed it all up into the furoshiki. We're getting ready to go. It's been a fruitful day. Well, sadly, the tomatoes have all been taken out, so that's it for them for another year. And it's it for me for another day. I did find this beautiful zucchini though. Home again, home again. Jiggity. I'm going to definitely paint this carnival squash, but I think I've got to familiarize myself a little more with the paints. And I have to figure out which angle I'm going to paint all of this beautiful texture. That's a little too similar. And then this side's got no green. I think I want to get a little bit of both, a little bit of it without and a little bit with it. And then of course the angle that I chose to draw it at, I think was the right choice, yeah. Okay, off to go and mix paints. Okay, so what's happening here is that I'm wetting the brush. There are two mixing colors of red, two mixing colors of blue, but only one mixing color of yellow in the Beam's 6 mix. And so I'm mixing up the second yellow. And because the first yellow is cadmium, I'm creating the cool mixer of yellow. And I've added a little bit of blue to the cadmium yellow. And now I'm just going to lighten it slightly with a little bit of white. And there I've got the double primaries, cool and warm. So I want to set up two sides of the paper. One side is going to be cool, the other side's going to be warm. And because I've got the brush already loaded with the cool yellow, I'm going to put that down first, a little patch. You can see that I'm resting my baby finger, and that gives me some control over being able to create a circle on the page. A little trick. Now I'm resting on the side of my hand to be able to get even more control. And now I'm going to do the cadmium yellow, the warmer of the two, and I'm putting down a patch of that. I'm going to get real fussy here and go over and over and over it. But I want to have a visual of what my colors look like. I've gotten these new ones from Beam. Let's go back in and fix it, yeah. So yellow's done. Okay, so I'm getting ready to lay down some cadmium red medium pigment. And I think that Beam refers to this as strawberry red in their mixing 6, but this is the color. It's a fire engine red. That's how I remember it, as being the hottest hot color. And oh yeah, get that in there. I'm gonna get a good lay down of this pigment. I just love color. I'm a little confused about the blues. I couldn't tell the difference. I could see that there's a darker one and one that's not quite so dark, and I'm thinking the darker one is leaning green, which would be cool. We're going to find out. Anyway, this is a solid cadmium red medium, perfect little primary mixer. So I want to get a good lay down of that so I'm able to keep going back and referring over and over to this page. And then I want to mix up the cool red, which is often called Phoenician rose or alizarin crimson, and I think that Beam refers to it as a cherry magenta. So we'll be getting to that in a second. And so I'm rinsing off my brush, and because it's red, I think I can go back in and use that same brush for the cherry magenta. I want to get a good mix of pigment going. Yeah, so this is a cooler red. And so it's going on the side of the cooler yellow. I have to say, these Beam paints, I'm really liking them. And I really like that they have gotten their colors together. And they're recognizable to me. And that I was able to mix up the cool yellow quite easily with one of the blues and adding the white. So the 6 that they provide, I'm quite happy with. Okay, let's fuss a little bit more with this rosy red cool. And I'm looking forward to finding out if I got the blues right. Okay, I think I have to use a different brush for the blues. Okay, so let's start with the blue, the one that I think is cool and has a lean to the green. Let's see if I'm right. No, it's looking ultramarine blue to me. I hope I'm wrong and Beam is not wrong, and that Beam's got a green tinge on the other one. Yeah, this is really ultramarine blue. It's a perfect ultramarine blue. Well, at least there's that. Fuss, fuss, fuss. Let's get this perfectly round. Yeah. Okay, come on, let's find out whether or not that other blue is the lean to the green. They call it almost night, and they called the other one Great Ocean, so it messed me up with not being able to figure out, using the names, which one would be cool. I guess I got tricked by Great Ocean, thinking that was cool, because I think of aqua as the coolest cool color. Yeah, it's green. Okay, so I got them on the wrong side, but got the right pigments, so that's okay. I'll just do another primary grouping. Fuss, fuss. Yeah, definitely it is a lean to the green. So we'll have to indicate that so they don't get mixed up. I would just take my pencil and make an arrow. Yep. Good. Beautiful primaries. I'm really happy with them. Really, really happy. Okay, so I'll have to do 2 more little teenies. So this side is our warm on the left, and on the right we've got the cool colors. once I fix the blues. I'm happy with these paints, very happy. I'm going to quickly repaint this set of warm, cool double primaries using the Beam paint. So I've got something to refer back to that's not going to be too confusing to me at a later time. And I'm going to leave a link to Anong Beam's Indigenous-owned female-led paint company that's producing these beautiful hues traditionally used in foundation programs back in the day when I was teaching. And they're non-toxic. It's so reassuring to know that things are improving.